Well, we're on our first hike. Say hello, Amy. Hello. Amy is, she's bird watching. She just saw a robin, so she's just like, oh, it's a robin. It's pretty cold this morning. The wind is blowing really hard. And so it's going to be off and on where we don't have any internet access down here or anything like that, but which is awesome. But the wind is blowing pretty hard. And so we're going to try to do as many videos. But it's probably just going to mostly be photos today. It's a nice wide trail. We're very excited about it. So here we go. The wind finally died down for like half a second. So I thought I'd take another quick video. Show you all this amazing place. It is absolutely incredible. I mean, it is just, it's absolutely incredible. I don't remember this from when I was a kid. I guess we just never came over here. But this trail is amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. And it's a pretty good trail. Like it's pretty flat. I would say that it's not too bad. It's moderate, I would say, in some spaces. But other than that, it's just a wide, flat, hard pack trail. Little says hello. And we're enjoying the heck out of it. Except for the fact that it's very windy, and when the wind picks up, it feels like it's like 12 degrees. Other than that, it feels great, right? Right, Amy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to keep walking. I am going to say so far this trail definitely does not disappoint. It is fantastic. The scenery is incredible. It is just out of this world incredible scenery. The trail is nice. It's been challenging in places, but for the most part, it's just this nice, wide, kind of hard pack trail. But the scenery is just, Little's loving it. She's having a great time. We've stopped for a water break, and we've started going again. But just the scenery is. I mean, I can't even begin to describe it. I see our destination in the distance over there. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's the lighthouse formation. That's where we're headed. The wind is starting to pick up again, so we'll pick up our video a little later. It's cool. We keep coming across these little washout creek beds, little river beds. God, look at that, you guys. I don't know what y'all are waiting for. You need to come out to Palo Duro Canyon. I can't even believe this is just... Anyway, sorry. Here's the trail. I get mesmerized. But we keep coming across these little washouts that are neat. Little's, again, having a great time. This is just amazing. I am thoroughly just having the best time. There it is, y'all. That's our destination right over there. It is the lighthouse formation. That's where we're headed. I can't wait. Well, we didn't make it to the top. We got about 20 yards. Look at my hair. Look at it. Whee! We got about 20 yards from the top, and it was just a straight climb up. And bless Little's heart, she was just done. She was done. It was like, I can't go up there. I'm not going to go up there. I just can't make it up there. So maybe some other time. But she's done. We got her some water and stuff like that. It's just absolutely gorgeous out here. I've stopped in the shade for just a second. We've still got about 2 miles to get back to the car, and we're headed back there right now. We've had a little snack. She's happy as she can be. The scenery is incredible. It's just beautiful. She's super happy. This is super dog friendly. So anyway, my hair is fantastic. I hope y'all are enjoying that, because what the heck is going on? It was so windy. I was like, there's no way my cowboy hat's going to stay on. So so I left my cowboy hat at home, but you definitely need a hat of some kind. So I will be searching for something that will stay on my head and is not as windy. I didn't bring a baseball cap with me. Usually I do, but this is what's happening right now with my hair, and that's fantastic. So anyway, we're headed back, and I'm a little disappointed, but I'm happy that we made it. It's been a beautiful trail, and the scenery is just incredible. This looks completely different now than it did when I came by. It's been about an hour and a half. Completely different. It's very windy today. It's just gorgeous out here, y'all. Little's dragging us along. Look at that cool tree, y'all. Look how neat that tree looks. This mesa right here has got caves all in it. And it is so cool. I want to climb up there to that one right there. I would definitely call this a medium to moderate hike. We got some flat spots, but we are definitely fixing to go up some spots. Little is done. She is tired of walking and is ready to be back at the car. And we're not far, probably about 10 minutes from the car. So we're almost done. But it has been a spectacular hike. Beautiful hike again. Look at this freaking scenery, you guys. Y'all, come out to Palo Duro Canyon. Look at this. My Lord of my Lanta. Woo! One of the things that Amy and I kept saying this whole hike was, it's just right there. Everything is just right there. So just right over there is that beautiful formation. I mean, it is just right there. I just have to pop right off the trail and just be right over there. Of course, I'm not going to pop off the trail, but I mean, you can see there's like a little ramp leading right up to it. It's just fantastic. It is not near as windy. Well, it's not windy at all today. Yesterday it was so windy we could hardly even do anything, but it's not windy at all today. So we've chosen a whole bunch of places to go explore. But the first one we wanted to explore this morning is called the Big Cave. So we are headed over to that big cave right over there. Right there. We're headed over into that cave. So there's supposed to be bats that roost over there and stuff. So we're going to go over there and check it out. Oh my goodness, you guys, with the scenery. It's about 37 degrees this morning, so it's pretty chilly. But the sun's out and it's just a gorgeous day. Y'all, this thing is really cool. The closer we get to it, the more I'm just like, wow, check that out. The terrain is really neat out here. It's kind of up and downy. It's packed down pretty good because people have been mountain biking all over the place over here, because there's a really nice mountain biking trail that goes through here. But we're going up there. I'm so excited about it. Isn't that silly? I just feel like, look at it. Look, it's cool. Y'all, that's it right there. The way up here is this. That is the way up here. Little is like, we did this yesterday and it didn't work out. We're doing it today though, Little, because we're going right up into that cave. We are. We made it, y'all. That was a scramble. I mean, it was a scramble up. This is a high climb. And in hindsight, we probably should have left Little in the car for this. But this is the view from the cave. And this cave is cool. I mean, it is cool. It's super cool. This is pretty exciting. There's all kinds of little nooks and crannies, but you've got to scramble up that to get up here. So this is definitely not a for the faint of heart. Look, there's a little ledge all the way up there. We did it. I'm all the way at the back of the cave. It just really just kind of ends. Like it just ends. We're right here. So we're done. We walked all the way back up in it. I have climbed as far as I can go. We are done. Amy, say hello. She's holding on to Little because Little was just like, all right, I'm done. There is a little ledge up there.
Little, what are you doing?
And then there's other little spots. Little sniffing around for stuff. There's a little alcove there behind Amy. But this is it. This is the cave. People have left their mark. Lots of people have written on the walls and whatnots. We are not going to write on the walls on account of the leave no trace philosophies. I have picked up a little bit of trash. But there's a little ledge up there. As you can see, lots of people have written there. Left their mark inside this cave. I really like the fact that somebody crawled up in here with their Vans on. And I also like the fact that I know what Vans soles look like. But this is pretty cool. This is absolutely incredible. And it is right off the road. It is not for the faint of heart, though. So, there's our car way down there. This is pretty neat. This is our view from, we've been up there, now we're out. It does see, I think that's water though, like a water trail. We're pointing out that there's all these little trails going up and down, but they look like water trails from water runoff. And I was looking to see if there was a way I could get up and around to the top of it where I could look down and in, but it doesn't look like there's anything that's...
But look, a giant put that rock up there and said, you stay here, everything else leaves.
Exactly. But this is incredible.
What 100-year mark is the white stuff?
I don't know.
For 100 years, everything was white.
This is neat. Amy. This is our view from where we're standing right now. I tell y'all what, this is absolutely incredible. Little doesn't like heights anymore, we have discovered. All those turkeys. Y'all see all those turkeys down there, all those wild turkeys? Look how many there are.
Where's the male go? There he is.
He's right there. There's the male right there. See, there he is. Look at him go. See him? There's the male. Look at him. Look at all those wild turkeys. How fun is that? Oh my goodness. So, since we saw the turkeys, nope, there's cactus over there. Since we saw the turkeys, we decided to just go ahead and do this little nature trail loop. So we're doing it really quick. It's just a little half-mile nature trail, but of course we're on the lookout for more turkeys. It's very different scenery from yesterday. We're not so much right smack inside of the canyon as we are pretty much like walking along the floor of it. So, hey, there's cactus over there. So we're trying to keep Little out of the cactus right now, but I wonder what these berries are.
Juniper.
Juniper berries.
Juniper.
But it's very different. This is a very different trail. This is a very different trail from yesterday. Very different way. Very different looking. Weird rock where? Oh yeah, there's a boulder up there. We'll go look at that. Well, we came over here to get that boulder. Y'all can see that boulder right there. But look at this beautiful little river right here. Just flowing and flowing. Little really wants to get down in the river, and so I'm struggling to hold on to her. There's another boulder over there.
Let's walk alongside the river. There's a little trail.
Well, we'll walk alongside the river for a few minutes. Maybe we'll find some more turkeys. We have seen some deer this morning and a bunny rabbit. We love a little bunny rabbit, and it was very different color from the rabbits that we have at home. It was very light in color. So that was neat. And then Then we saw some deer, little white-tailed deers. They were beautiful. See, this is very different from yesterday. There's a boulder right there. Some more rocks. The river. But this is a very different trail. This is a fun little trail. This is the nature trail. I don't think that we're actually on the same trail any longer because the sign pointed the other direction. So we're on something different. Who knows what we're on right now, but we're following a trail. This side of the trail of the park is very different from where we hiked yesterday. These are just little cliffs that are right next to us. And I mean, we hiked way over there yesterday, way up inside the canyon, but this is very different from yesterday. It's super neat. And it's nice to be alongside this little river right here. It's a pretty river. It's moving really fast too. But it's just beautiful. I wonder what that line is right there. I have no idea what trail we're on, so we kind of popped off the trail that we were on, so that may be something. I'll have to look at the map. So we have made it come over here from, that's the trail that we were on. So I think this is, that over there was the Permian Formation. 250 million years ago, I think is what the map says. But anyway, so somehow we got on the Kiowa Trail from the nature trail, and that's what we're doing now. So anyway, this is a nice wide trail. This red rock over here is super cool. No wonder people are over there getting up and close personal to it, because that is just really neat. Well, here's the view right now. What sucks is this kind of skirts the road, and so now I kind of feel like I'm back in the world, and before I felt like I was out of the world, but it does come up onto a hill. The terrain suddenly changed. We crossed the river right there, and the terrain changed to this beautiful red trail, which is the formation that we were talking about over there, the Permian, I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly, formation. But wouldn't you like to live down there? I could camp down there for the night. Thought we could just stop and listen to this for a few minutes. So all over the park, we've been finding these little areas, and it's because there's just layers upon layers upon layers of quartz in this sandstone. Look at that. Look how thick that is. I mean, it's just, look, I mean, there's just pieces of it on the ground. Just broken off pieces of it. See, I put that back. I did. Leave no trace.
Find gold in these hills.
I mean, just look at that. And it's so delicate. This quartz is really delicate. It's not like a hard quartz crystal. It's almost like it's these little, it's flaky. It's really flaky. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. But it's, like, it's neat. And it is just, it's just a few layers, and then there's just a layer, a thick layer of quartz. Look at this layer right here. Look how thick that is. That's here. Let me put my finger up to it so y'all can see how thick that is. So, I mean, it's neat. That's neat. And it just goes all the way up. There's just jutting out everywhere. And there's pieces of it going diagonal that have been broken off. This would be the Permian Basin, I believe is what the Permian, wait, hold on, what does the map say? Let's look at the map. Look at that big old giant piece of crystal right there. Isn't that neat? See how flaky it is? All the different little flakes in it. Let's see what the map says about it. Let's see what the map says about it. The map says... the 250 million year old Permian formation that gives the river its red color. So that's this, with all that quartz inside of it. I mean, check it. Look at this layer upon layer. Look, just layers of it. How cool. How cool is that? I know I'm completely freaking out right now. I'm totally freaking out right now because I realize that that's just layers of quartz. But here, oh, and a cave! Quartz and a cave! I mean, look at that. Quartz and a cave, y'all. You know, that's the name of my next album, Quartz and a Cave. Look how cool that is. Wow. Well, now y'all knew I had to climb up in here, so I totally climbed up in here. And I mean, check this out. This is one of the coolest things I have ever come across. Look at this. This is just absolutely incredible. Little is completely freaking out. She's down there with Amy. But this is incredible. Look at it's just diagonal cuts of crystal all inside this rock. And there's a branch. And then there's, of course, stuff growing out of it because stuff grows everywhere. Life goes everywhere. Look at the different colors of that rock right there. It's got some almost yellow to it. And the way the sun's coming down. Well, this is so cool. Little has completely lost her mind that I'm inside here. Wow. There's a branch down here. Right here, look at this root that's growing through the rock. There's that one down there too. And I can only imagine that it's probably coming from this tree right here. There's its roots. Well, this is just incredible. What a neat find. I bet that is a cold creek. I bet that is a cold river. Sounds good. I am completely and totally just taken aback by this formation. And we saw it on the other side. Remember when we were talking about it at the beginning? But I didn't realize we were going to get like right here. And the other thing I didn't realize was that it was crystal. I mean, it is just, that is spectacular. This park, I mean, I feel like I have gone into a whole different park at this point. What did you say earlier today? That every trail, it has so much to offer? Mm-hmm. I mean, I just really feel like you could probably come back here over and over again and just not ever get bored of it and not see the same thing twice. Look, that's just a giant chunk of crystal right there. Look, two huge rocks. There's another huge rock of it. How freaking cool is this? This is just amazing. And that little cave was so cool. I mean, this is just incredible. Talk about getting up close and personal with it. Wow. I mean, just... Look, there's more of it right there. Just growing out of the ground. It's like the womble. I mean, this is just spectacular, y'all. And then on the other side of it, there's this. So incredible. The Kiowa Trail has been a really nice hike. We're almost done with it. It's 1.4 miles one way, so almost 3 miles. Let's just call it 3 miles out and back. And it's a really nice trail. Again, I obviously went absolutely nuts for the red, for the Permian Formation. And that was incredible. But I will tell you that, first of all, the cowboy hat. I'm so glad that it's not as windy today so I can wear my hat because I need the shade. It is very warm already. And it is probably only about maybe 50 degrees out here. But I will tell you, in the first probably quarter mile of walking this trail, I shed my top layer. So the canyon heats up very quickly. So you want to make sure that you are carrying enough water and that you know your limitations. This has been a very easy trail. There's been some up and down points. So I have really enjoyed it. But you need to make sure that you know your limitations before you get out on these trails because it warmed up right quick. So you have to make sure that you have gotten sunscreen on, you have gotten the proper shade, that you stop and take frequent breaks, that you carry plenty of water for you and your best friend. Little has stopped and had several water breaks. So we've made sure that she stayed hydrated. And although I thought plenty of water for her yesterday, I ran out of it really quickly. So I was giving her my water yesterday to make sure she stayed properly hydrated. So this has been a great trail. The scenery again has changed. And of course the trail looks completely different going back than it did going out. But there's a nice little, and I really enjoyed this trail. This is the Kiowa Trail. It started out as the nature trail, but remember we got sidetracked by that beautiful, beautiful river, which was fantastic, and ended up on the Kiowa Trail. So, so that's what we've done. Look at this little field of cactuses. I really like the little purple ones. Anyway, this is a great trail. That's a nice little beauty shot right there. Make sure that you hit the Kiowa Trail. It's been great. What do you get to have after a long hike? You get to have butter pecan ice cream and a big old fat M&M ice cream sandwich from the commissary store that they have here that has like burgers and fries and what did we say yesterday? Salt and carbs. Salt, carbs, and souvenirs. So that's going to be another, I mean, that could be an album name, or it could be a song name. I think an album. We could do a whole album off of that. Anyway, I now have ice cream on my chin because this was falling. So, it's lunchtime. We have all of the lunchtime things. We have Little. Little has also had lunch. And she's currently trying to crawl up here. But we have all of the lunchtime things. We have all of the good lunchtime stuff. I have a Coke from the little commissary. Amy just finished up her ice cream. We have this delicious pasta salad that Amy made. So we're chowing down on that. She's got some pasta salad she's having. How's your pasta salad?
Good.
We've got some popcorn. We have some white cheddar popcorn. We've got salt, because you know we need some salt. We got plenty of salt. We got water. We got plenty of water. We got Little eating. She's been chomping down over there. So they've got these really nice little day use areas. And you're pretty much, well, first of all, there's our view. How about that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. So, The day use area is really nice. We're kind of secluded back here, back up into this nice little nook where we're just back here by ourselves. The next trail I'm going to do is right there. So I'm going to pop on that trail here in a little bit after lunch. And
I feel like Mark Weaves. Oh, wow.
Amy's feeling like Mark Weens right now. He's a food guy that we watch on the YouTube that we like a lot. Anyway, I'm going to get to eating here some lunch so I can get my carbs up and carb up so I can go out for another hike. So there was a sign for a, see a cowboy dugout and how the cowboys lived. So we came to find it. But please excuse our messing right now. But this apparently is a cowboy dugout. So I guess they would have just built a little shelter in the side of a hill, just dug out a little, like a cave, I guess. But looks like they're doing a little bit of work on it. This is obviously a replica and not something that is real, but it looks like they're doing a little bit of work on it. So they've got the door closed off, so you can't get in it. But anyway, looks like there's a fireplace up there. If y'all can see that. We'll go up and around. Here, we can go up and around right here. Check it. We'll go up and around. Amy says she's done. She does not want to go up and around. She's not interested in the cowboy hut. So we'll go up and around. Here we go. Up and around. Up and around. Here we go. Yeah, see? So they would have just built, looks like just out of the side of a hill, tap down dirt. That way you've got insulation because the ground will insulate you so it doesn't get cold. In the wintertime it stays warm and in the summertime it stays cool. But there's their chimney. Anyway, that's not too bad. Pretty cool. When I was young, we used to come to this, I think they called it a passion play about Texas out here at Palo Duro. And the next trail that I'm going to do is the CCC trail. And it is in the parking lot. The trailhead is in the parking lot of the amphitheater for Texas. So I thought I would come and kind of walk around and look around. It looks exactly the same as it did when I was a kid. All the buildings and the picnic areas and all that stuff looks the same. This was a pretty neat play. There's Margaret Harper. She's the founder. It was a pretty neat play, and when I was a kid, I was just fascinated by it, and they did some really neat stuff. And we came several times. One time we came, it was pouring rain, and we stood in line, and we stood in line for this stupid play. And we all got sopping wet, and then we sat down in the amphitheater and we watched the play, and this is basically the backdrop of it, and it's just beautiful. No photography or recording, Becca, and that's what you're doing. I remember walking up this, coming out here to this amphitheater. Oh, there are actually seats. I do feel like when I was a kid there weren't seats and that you just sat on steps. But this is the backdrop. And I do remember they had horses that would run out on stage. And then there was a big bolt of lightning that would happen. And it was just like majestic to watch this play with this being the backdrop. It was incredible. So that's it. That's the amphitheater. That's the amphitheater. Pretty fun. Well, it is about 1:45, and I am starting the CCC trail, which is listed as difficult. And we have already gotten some, I mean, I just now started it and I'm out of breath. It has got some pretty, well, beautiful different colors of rock. The scenery is gorgeous, and I have already climbed up all of that and literally have just begun. So so this is a mile and a half one way, so it's a mile and a half out, a mile and a half back, and it is 60 degrees, so this is a good time to do this when it's nice and cool. I would not do this trail when it was hot at all, but here we go. Whew. I've caught my breath just a little bit. This trail is just going up and up and up. It is definitely, I would say, difficult, but it is fantastic. It is very different from any of the trails that I've done yet. It's very rocky. There is significant incline. You are climbing up steps, so if you are looking for a workout, this is definitely going to be a mile and a half one way of that for sure. But it does not disappoint in scenery. But it is, like I said, it's 60 degrees. Excuse me, it's 60 degrees, and I've done gotten hot. So there you go. So I just did a whole video, and I forgot to hit record. So anyway, I am a half a mile up on this trail, and first of all, it is spectacular over here on this side, but you also get a view of the parking lot of the amphitheater. So that's that. But the reason why I say that if you have a fear of heights, this is not the trail for you, is because, first of all, that's where I'm going. This is what is on my left, and that goes up to the rim of the canyon. And I have to be very careful. I'm holding on. This is what's on my right. And that is where I came from, and I had to scramble over those rocks right there to get over here, and it just is a straight drop. So, if you have a fear of heights, probably not the trail for you. But you do have these spectacular views over here to look at when you are not concentrating on not falling. Okay, y'all. I just heard some turkeys gobbling down there. So there's got to be some turkeys. Maybe those turkeys that we saw earlier today are down there. I can't tell. I can't see any movement, but I can hear them gobbling. So they're down there somewhere. If y'all would like something to make your heart go pitter-patter, see that area right there? Yeah, I just walked across that. Stopped for a photo because it's just glorious. And the wind picked up. And I thought, shit, I'm gonna blow over. So I right quick put my phone in my pocket and came over here. But check this out. That's where I'm headed. Hop up that right there. Headed right over there. Good Lord, it is so beautiful. And that is the tiny little ridge I just ran across where the wind almost took me out. So again, this is a difficult trail, and if you are not a seasoned hiker with the proper hiking shoes, do not do this trail, because it is difficult, and it's awesome. I mean, it is awesome, but it is very difficult. So again, I am let's see, 0.70 into this trail. So it's a mile and a half one way. So let's get to moving. And that, friends, is where I have come from. I am on the rim of the canyon. I am up here. I'm just up here on the top. I'm just up here on the top. I keep hearing those turkeys gobble. But I'm just up here on the top. This is incredible. I'm supposed to go that way, I guess. This is amazing. You can hear everything from up here. The sound travels so well. Those turkeys are gobbling way down there, and there's just nothing to keep you from falling off. Wow. Oh, I think that's that red rock area. The Permian, oh, we'll look at that later. Wow. This is incredible, y'all. I'm just up here at the top. So, this trail is called the CCC Trail. And CCC was the Civilian Conservation Corps that built most of our parks. And during the Works project. And this trail is called the CCC Trail because of these bridges that the Civilian Conservation Corps built. They built this trail. They built the trails. They built these bridges that are still standing. These bridges were built, you know, in the 30s during the Depression. So the historical significance of these parks, and the parks all over the United States, is that, you know, we put people to work working in our parks and building a better outdoor space for us, which is absolutely incredible and humbling. And anyway, these bridges are still here and they're really neat. And of course the background is just spectacular. And this trail just keeps getting better and better. It's just amazing. No, I did not bring Little. I did not bring Little on this trail. Oh, look, there it is in the background. Amy and Little are at one of the day use sites, just relaxing and napping, and they'll pick me back up at the trailhead where I started in a little while. This trail says that it takes an hour and a half to do, and that is correct. So I just passed a mile not too long ago, and I've been doing it for 45 minutes. So, so it will take every bit of an hour and a half. I will say to make sure that you have sunscreened up and you are wearing the proper protection from the sun, because you are exposed. There is not hardly a bit of shade up here, but it is amazing. Well, the terrain has once again changed on this trail. I feel like that is all it does, is that as soon as you get used to a little bit of the terrain, it changes drastically as you continue to either go up or come down, however, which way you wanted to start. I started at the bottom and have come up, so I'm very much out of breath because I just came up from way down there. Anyway, the terrain has again changed, and we got some shady spots, which has been nice, but it is, oh, and then there we go. It is absolutely a fantastic and spectacular trail, and if you are able to do it, then if you've got the means and you want to do it, then I would say do it. But again, it's for experienced hikers only. Well, it's 3 o'clock. Made it to the top, and it was every bit an hour and a half. Here, let me check my, here, I'll do that. Let me see what my, no, an hour and 15 minutes. So it took me an hour and 15 minutes to do it, from the bottom to the top, and now I have to go back down. So, so it'll probably take me 2.5 hours and not 3 hours. So that's cool. I probably won't stop and take as many videos. Here's the view from the top. There's a really cool mesa down there and a whole bunch of trails, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure what those trails are about, but that's a pretty cool mesa right down there. Looks like there's a bridge right there taking them to those trails. Anyway, you know how easily I get distracted. But here's the view from the top. And I am fixing to go head back down. It's very odd that the closer you get to the amphitheater. I mean, I'm almost done. There's music playing over at the amphitheater, and it's like serenading me. Do y'all hear this elevator music that they're playing? I think somebody's practicing the piano. Do y'all hear that? It just echoes. It just echoes off the canyon. And so for like the last 15 minutes, I've been serenaded by this piano music. That's it, y'all. The last few steps of the trail. This was a spectacular trail. The views were incredible. Everything about this trail was amazing. Even the strange piano music that has been echoing off the canyon walls for the last 15-20 minutes, which is very odd because it's coming from the amphitheater. But it was amazing. It was very technical, very, very technical. I did it in, let's see, take me to do it. I did it in 2 hours and 22 minutes. But I also took a small spur off of it and to explore another small area. That was only about, I don't know, it took me 10-15 minutes out of the way. So I probably could have finished this up in a little over 2 hours. But it is very technical. It is very difficult. If you are not an experienced hiker, I would say this is not the trail for you. If you are an experienced hiker, I would say this one is definitely one you should do. I have loved every minute of it. Look at my face. I'm a little sunburned, even with my sunscreen and sunglasses and giant cowboy hat. The canyon still got me. But we're back at our cabin that we've rented. We're having dinner. We're both very tired. We had a big day. Little is out. I mean, she's been out since we got home. She's out. But for dinner, we made, I don't know about y'all, but when I was in college, and for several years when I was not in college, because I was only in college for like half a minute, that plane is really going at an angle. Ooh, I know that, but it was quite the angle. Anyway, we're staying in a, this is our view from our cabin that we're at. We're staying at a place that is also like a gated community. Excuse me. Pardon me. Gated community that also has like airplanes and stuff, so you can store your airplane and live in your house with your airplane stored in it. Anyway, so when I was in college, and you did this as well, right? Like it was, we lived off of what was that? 10 for $1 ramen. We lived off of 10 for $1 ramen, and I never thought of ramen any other way but 10 for $1. And then recently we've been going to the Asian food mart a lot lately. And we've been getting giant bowls of instant ramen and this and that, yada, yada. So this time when we went, we just got the instant ramen packets because I've been seeing some stuff on the intranets. Excuse me, pardon me, my Lord and my Lanta. And tonight, I did for us for dinner, I have created enoki mushrooms sauteed in butter and Old Bay seasoning with tofu that comes pre-spiced and an instant ramen packet. And that meal took me, let's see, you cut up the enoki mushrooms and the green onions. I sauteed everything. It took me 10 minutes. 10 minutes? It took me 10 minutes to cook everything and us to sit down to eat dinner. Anyway, so if you have not gone to the Asian market lately and gotten yourself some instant ramen packets, they have got a huge variety. And it is not anything that you would ever imagined before. But the enoki mushrooms sauteed in butter with Old Bay seasoning, that is the thing. But here we sit. We're tired. We're hungry. We're going to eat dinner. We're going to relax and probably watch a movie or something like that on the TV. I just hang out. But we had a great day at the park, and it got me. Y'all can see my face is sunburned, but my forehead is not on account of my cowboy hat. But we had a great day at the park. Tomorrow we're going to Caprock Canyon State Park. So Palo Duro Canyon, we spent 2 days in. We could have spent, gosh, how many days in Palo Duro and still not have seen it all? I mean, we were there for 2 days, and I feel like we could just go back and go back and go back and go back and go back. But tomorrow is Caprock Canyon, so we'll have a good time, and we'll see you then. Good night, y'all.